Good morning, parents and students. Hope you're doing well. This is our fluency reading. Now, in this particular case, we're looking at increasing our fluency. This is for students who might be certainly below 100. 100 would be the minimum. And for those students who are below 120 words per minute, this is an exercise for your mind to train your brain to become a better reader using the reading card. So we're going to increase our fluency using the reading card in this video. Here's our passage for week 8. We're going to go over a first read. Everyone should be familiar how to do a first read. This is just a refresher. Everyone should know how to write words, underline words in the paragraphs, write the words in the right-hand column. Use this area for finding the meaning of words if some of the words that are in the passage aren't understood very clearly. And then I'm adding this reading card from last week to help those who are reading maybe below 120 words per minute to increase their pace a little bit. So let's go over the first read real quickly here. Names are difficult to pronounce, so maybe we're going to have a difficulty with this name. Carmela proudly looked at 6 plastic containers on the patio. Each had a healthy tomato plant. Each plant had greenish red, reddish green, or lovely red tomatoes. The red ones were begging to be picked. Carmela had finally decided that today was the day she would grant their wish. She was eager to taste juicy tomatoes that she had grown on her own. Weeks ago, Camellia didn't think that she could grow tomatoes, especially in containers on her patio. But she had. She initially put small stones in the bottom of each container, plus good soil, fertilizer, and a bit of gardening lime. Gardening lime. Then she planted a little tomato seedling in each container. Carmela watered the plants daily and watched them grow. Later, she stuck a stake in each container to support the plants and tomatoes. Now it was picking time. On the patio, Carmela spread out this morning's newspaper. She set her picked tomatoes on it. As she did, she noticed the article in the paper. It said that the local food pantry was running low on food for poor people. It really needed fresh vegetables like tomatoes. For Carmela, it was both a hard and an easy decision. She filled a basket with tomatoes, her tomatoes. Then she asked her mom for a ride to the food pantry. Not a lot of difficult words here, so should be pretty successful. Let's say we're reading below 120 to 130 words per minute, 140 words per minute. And we need some help to increase our reading. We're going to train our brain to be successful with this. So I'm going to take my reading card and I'm going to hold it at the top of the page. And as I read a sentence, I'm going to cover that sentence up with the card. Carmela proudly looked at 6 containers on the patio. Each held a healthy tomato plant. Each plant had greenish red, reddish green, or lovely red tomatoes. The red ones were begging to be picked. Carmela had finally decided that today was the day she would grant their wish. She was eager to taste juicy tomatoes that she had grown on her own. So you can see my eyes can see the words, but I don't read each word individually. I'm reading them as a sentence, as a length, and then before I get to the end here, I'm covering the last couple words up with the card. And you'll find out that your mind has already recorded what you've seen, and you don't need to look at the word anymore. And as you cover these up, your words per minute will increase because you're training your mind to read, not just your eyes to read. Let's try this again on paragraph 2. Let's see if I can go a little bit, I can cover up a little bit more of the sentence and how successful I can be. Weeks ago, Carmela didn't think she could grow tomatoes, especially in containers on her patio, but she had. She initially put small stones in the bottom of each container, plus good soil, fertilizer, and a bit of garden lime. Then she planted a little tomato seed in each of the containers. Now, even though I've covered that sentence up, which is under the card here, my mind has already recorded, and I'm thinking in my head, what is it that was said here? So that's going to increase my reading and train my mind to how to read correctly. So in 4th grade, we read whole sentences, and we train our minds to be able to be better readers each week.